it hasn't been made obvious yet, I am studying. I'm in a cardiovascular sonography program, and I just started recently, and so I'm doing some homework while I'm sitting here during this snow day. I've got a little companion over there. She's very sweet. And I've decided that in between, like in study breaks, I'm just gonna knit because it's like the perfect thing to kind of change up my brain state. Also, if you're watching this and you work in healthcare or you're taking a healthcare program, I'd love to hear from you below and just say hi, just to know that we're not alone, we're out there. This is certainly a big career change for me that I'm embarking on, and whatever, there's a whole long story, maybe I'll go into another time there, but it's feeling like a big change, and I'm grateful to have this epic snowstorm this weekend here in the Northeast to just hunker down and study. As far as knitting goes, I have two whips at the moment, but the whip that I have with me right now is my roomy raglan, and it's coming along beautifully. I'm still working on the yoke. It's about 9.5 inches right now of the 12 that it needs to be to then move to the body of it. I'm really enjoying knitting it though, because it is like knitting up fairly quickly, and it's really nice, like chunky weight yarn, so I'm enjoying that aspect of it. But I am about 5'2", so I am wondering if keeping it the standard sizing, because it's a kind of a one size fits most situation, I'm wondering if it's going to be like way too huge on me or not. So maybe I'll go to like 11 inches instead of 12. I don't know, but I'm obviously gonna like try it on as I go to see how it's fitting. So I'm feeling good about it so far. And again, it's just like the perfect brain break. Right now I'm studying for Bio 101, which is like anatomy and physiology 1, learning all about the cells and the cell structures in the body. So it feels like such a shout out to like high school biology. Like there's all these like words that I recognize, like nucleus and mitochondria and ATP and all these things. But it's still like, oh yeah, what do those things mean? It's been a long time since I've been in school. It's been like I graduated high school 13 years ago, and I have my bachelor's degree already, and I graduated with my bachelor's degree 9 years ago. So it's been a long time since I've been in school. So there's some things I'm really enjoying about it, and there are some things that are a little tricky. And I think science will be one of them. But again, it's a medical program, so like can't avoid it. But I am enjoying like the program and my teachers and my cohort so far. So far so good, but definitely in the thick of it. And I'm grateful that I have knitting to fall back onto when things get a little hectic in the brain. So, all right, I've checked in with y'all. I've knit a couple rows, and let's get back into studying. Another life update of mine, in addition to going back to school, is that I need glasses for the first time in my life, and I got through 30 years. Can you hear people plowing? I got through 30 years without needing glasses, and then I was noticing things were getting a little questionable. And I saw, my local optometrist, and he looked at me and he was like, "So you've never had glasses before?" And I was like, "Never." And he laughed and he goes, "You're gonna have them now." And I was like, well, shit. Okay. Guess that's the direction my life is taking, but I'm pleased. I mean, honestly, they're great. My hair is crazy, and ignore this, but I'm pleased. I see better with them. I went to Warby Parker. I had a great experience. These are the Esme glasses in tortoiseshell. We love them. And they've been very helpful with studying, so I'm glad I figured this out before I was in school, so I wasn't squinting at screens and stuff. But anyway, still just taking a break. I've read 2 chapters today and done 2 quizzes, so my brain's feeling a little fried, and I'm taking a little knitting break while the potatoes are cooking in the oven. I'm making us turkey burgers and potatoes for lunch, so that's gonna be delicious. I'm curious, for anyone who's worked on the roomy raglan, has maybe finished it, how you're liking it. I did not gauge swatch, which I know. Maybe I'd be feeling more confident about the size if I had. That seems like a later problem. I didn't feel like doing it, so I just wanted to get started on it. I'm also working on a Sophie scarf. It's going to be a gift for a friend, but I'm getting snowed in at my boyfriend's house, and that pattern's at my house, so I only brought what I need to work on the roomy raglan because I was really hoping to use getting snowed in as a reason to get out of the yoke and into the body of this sweater. So we'll see. But as you know, like with the yoke, you're making all these increases, so knitting every round just takes longer and longer and longer, and it definitely can feel a little, I don't want to say defeating, because it's not hard to do, but it just is like time consuming to knit one round, you know? But again, I am really enjoying this pattern. I think the way that Jules wrote it is incredibly beginner friendly. I'm definitely still a beginner. This will only be the 2nd sweater I've ever made. I'm really enjoying the way it's written. I think it's incredibly simple. So I'm on round 2 now, so I'm just knitting all the way around, but I'm very satisfied with how the raglan increases are looking. And this yarn is Cascade Ecological Wool in whatever their brown color is. I forget their specific name for it, but it's just like a dark brown color. And Blue Sky Fibers Wool Stock Light, that I'm just holding them together. I have to say, I am slightly confused as to why this pattern calls to hold 2 together. I guess I normally only see patterns holding 2 together when there's like mohair involved, or you're trying to achieve different colors, although I do kind of regret going all brown and matching the Blue Sky Fibers to Cascade Ecological Wool. I kind of wish I got a different color so there was like some fun color going on. I follow I can't remember her name right now, but there's a TikToker I love and a YouTuber, and I can't believe I'm blanking on her name, but she just finished her roomy raglan and she knit it in like kind of 2 different colors, and the effect is absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm like, I wish I did that. But having a nice chocolate brown one will also be nice. It'll certainly match my glasses, so there's that. And I had said prior to starting this first semester that I feel like knitting is going to be the thing that like sustains me during school, and that's certainly feeling true so far. Like, it gives me something to look forward to and to be productive with that isn't just for external like validation and grades and accomplishment, you know. So I'm really appreciating that, and I'm appreciating that, you know, I'll get to wear this sweater to school and it'll keep me warm as I study. So
you crazy?
What is the difference between a student that stays and completes their education and a student that drops out, even though they have similar lifestyles?
it's really cold out, and we went and sat on the porch to just not get completely stir crazy in the storm, just to go outside for a minute. And I wore my step-by-step sweater as a base layer underneath my outfit just because it's alpaca and wool and would keep me extra warm, but I'm not wearing a base layer under it. And I've just been now sitting on the couch studying for a few hours and I'm so itchy. So I'm gonna take it off and just put on a regular sweatshirt, even though it's like comfortable, it's also very itchy, if that makes sense. So, which makes me a little nervous because I bought more of this yarn in a different color to make another step-by-step sweater this winter. But you know what, if I wear this with a base layer, it's fine. So I'll probably still knit it again. I really enjoyed knitting it. It is snowing so hard here still. And normally I have classes on Mondays at 9 a.m. and it is Sunday at 4:30 and I just got the phone call that campus will be closed tomorrow, which makes sense, you know, like state of emergencies and all that. We can't really have people on the roads, but it's funny because my first week of classes, they were like, school will never close for snow. It rarely closes for snow because, you know, they're trying to train us to work in the healthcare field where like, even if it's snowing, you gotta show up. But, you know, once it's a state of emergency, it's like, you really can't ask students to drive in. But certainly thinking about all the healthcare workers who still have to go to work this snowstorm. So if that's you, just know I see you. I appreciate you. And I finished my homework for the day. I'm gonna go have a little family snuggle and knit and watch YouTube videos. That's personally my favorite thing to do. And I'll take a bath later and just enjoy. And then tomorrow, I think my class will be on Zoom. So I'm, you know, outside of class hours tomorrow, I will be just having a cozy day still. So feeling excited about it. I hope you all were able to stay warm and safe during this great snowpocalypse of January 2026. If you are on the East Coast, thanks for sticking with me. I hope your knitting has come along in such lovely ways. Feel free to comment below what you've been working on while it's been snowing.
Say goodbye. We'll see you in the next vlog. We'll see you in the next vlog.